All right, so phase one of the Epstein files release was a flop. I think we can see that now. 200 pages, mostly redacted names, flight logs, phone numbers, all around the sex trafficking scandal of Jeffrey Epstein. There was no real smoking gun today. Not nearly the full tranche of records that Pam Bondi indicated that we would see today. The AG now says the FBI is withholding the goods, perhaps protecting the accused. In a letter to the FBI director, Kash Patel, Bondi ordered all Epstein-related content to be delivered to her by 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and directed Patel to investigate the Southern District of New York as well, which he says is withholding thousands of more files. Eric Eggers is the vice president of the Government Accountability Institute and has heavily investigated the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, and he joins us now. What do you think happened today? I heard Pam Bondi say last night that she thought we'd be shocked by this, and then it all falls flat. This is not what people expect from this administration.
It's not what people expect, and people are expressing disappointment, and rightfully so. But I do think it's important to understand the fact that we're even having this conversation speaks to the shift that we've seen in terms of the commitment to transparency on behalf of the Trump administration. I saw some Democrats criticizing Pam Bondi for not releasing things earlier, which I thought was quite laughable, considering the Biden administration sat on these documents for 4 years. It wouldn't be the first time the FBI has undermined something the Trump administration was trying to do. It wouldn't be the first time the Southern District of New York office is trying to undermine what they're trying to do. And I think the good news is that, look, they're being honest. This isn't what they thought it would be. They're asking for a full investigation of the FBI and the agents that have kept this information, if that's what happened from Kash Patel. And so I think we'll see what happens by 8 a.m. tomorrow.
And Kash Patel just tweeted like 30 minutes ago. He just tweeted out, this is a new FBI. There's not going to be any more secret documents. He's promising transparency in a tweet that clearly has to do with what we've seen today and clearly the backlash that has come to it. What do you think is going on? Like, are they? Is it just that? Are they terrified of some of the names that are on that list? Are there very powerful people that are controlling this? I mean, how in the hell is this happening?
So one of my favorite phrases is never mistake incompetence for conspiracy. And so while it's possible that the Epstein files may in fact involve some conspiracy, and clearly we believe there's some very powerful people that are involved in this and that there are names that come to the highest level of society, both globally and in the United States, I think it's also quite possible that, look, these are paper records and these have been scattered around somewhere. Some of them might still be in Joe Biden's garage. So I think that it's going to take them a little while. We know that there's been an all-out effort on behalf of the deep state to obfuscate and try to counter what the Trump administration has tried to do at every turn. And so I think it's, just look, this is step one. It is, in Pam Bondi's words, phase one of what they hope to find. I do think if there's one thing to be kind of curious about, and Rob, I think you're touching on this, is the disconnect between what Pam Bondi suggested we would see and what we actually saw. So that raises some concerns, but I think so far I'm willing to give Pam Bondi and specifically Kash Patel the benefit of the doubt. And I think the American people will too, but we'll see what happens the rest of this week.
I think so. I think so too. And I think that the tweet that I just saw from Kash Patel that I mentioned, I think should calm a lot of nerves about what exactly is going on here. I can't fathom. We know how Kash feels about the deep state, about the intelligence agencies. We know who he is. He's not going to get in and a week later engage in a cover-up. I just can't see that. I can't see that happening. I mean, this is a whole different machine right now, and they're out for change.
No, absolutely. I mean, consider this, right? Like, we have been lied to for 4 years by the elite corporate media. It's so ridiculous, Rob, and you know this. We've got Jake Tapper from CNN, who's out now trying to sell a book, trying to tell us that he's going to tell us who covered up the Biden cognitive declines conspiracy when he was central to it. That's how drunk with power and self-deceit the people who have been in charge for 4 years are. That's what we're up against. So I don't know that it's going to be as simple as flipping a switch and we now can tell the hard truths to the American people. They have a lot to fight through, but I do think they're trying. They're releasing JFK files. They're releasing MLK files. They're trying to put stuff out there. And we'll see if there's any there in the Epstein files. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to be patient because I do think
we'll see what happens tomorrow.
They're committed to being transparent, and I think that I'm willing to take their word for it.
All right, Eric Eggers, we appreciate it. Good to see you. Thank you.